Hello and thanks for staying with me. Now we're going to create our first pin. The first pin will look a bit like one of these. So I'm going to show you how to create a logo how to create a pin that looks similar to my blog post and will be attractive and get people in. Well, they do for me anyway, so let's hope they'll be the same for you. So first of all, what I like to do is I go into my last post. Now, my last post that was published was I told the authorities, they did nothing. This is a guest post from another person, but I don't think she'll actually mind me posting her details. And what to do is I'll save the image that I've got in the featured image section, and I'll just put it in with this logo part. That'll make it easy to find. Right, so now I've got that saved. That is, you might actually have yours pre-made, ready to go, or it might not even be posted yet. But this is what I do. I usually write out my post first, post it, and so on. Now I use PicMonkey. There are plenty other editors out there, and I know that Usign is one of them, but that's a paid service. You could sign up for PicMonkey completely free and create lovely rich pins for free. There are paid versions of PicMonkey, but that is only for specific things. The rest is free. I use paid version, but that's because I like to keep it up to date. So from then we'll go to, so first of all I'm going to design my own pin. So I'll hit design and then custom size. Now the design I'm going to do is 564 by 893. Those are actually the dimensions that I use for my pins, or the ones that I've settled with, and I'll hit make it. Now you'll see that I have a sort of screen here that looks pretty similar to what my other pins have, but it's a blank canvas or a blank screen. Now to some of you that might be quite confusing, and I get that if you've never ever designed before, but I'm honestly going to walk you through this, so there's absolutely no need to worry. So first of all, I'd like to hit on, oh, this has changed. So first of all, I would like to hit on, where are we? This has changed. Textures. So I'm going to add, no. Yes. So I'm going to add my own overlay. Now my own overlay is basically going to be the picture that I saved. So I'm going to upload from my computer, and it was saved in logos. We'll hit that, and you see what I'll do is I'll create this lovely little picture of that girl that shared her story. For me, I'm gonna just make it so it's pretty much the size of the screen. I can also flip this, which I'm going to do now. See, it's quite, you can flip it like that, so it makes it a little bit more chilling. If you see what I mean, just get it straight. Oops, and we'll move it down so it fits in perfectly with the. So yeah, if you see that, there is pretty much what I had on my post picture, but only the other way around. And I usually play around with that as long as it's not too much messing around with it. So now I would hit, so now I'm going to enter my logo. So I'll add my next overlay, which is going to be my logo. And as you can see, it's a PNG. For those of you who do not know what PNG is, that is a file that is pretty much see-through. You can see that like such. And I'm going to put it in the middle there somehow. Now I like to usually put a black overlay, so I'm going to so I like to usually put one of them, so I'm going to put geometric shapes, which is pretty much just a square. And I'm going to do this, put that over there like so. But what we'll do is we'll click on overlays and we'll put that image, we'll put that rectangle below the relationship blogger. So the relationship blogger is on top, and you see that there, which is coming along nicely now. And we'll just adjust the fade. Oh, wrong one, sorry. We'll adjust the fade of the rectangle to make it a bit more see-through. But as long as you could see my relationship blogger text here. Like so. And as you can see, this is coming along nicely, or it is in my eyes anyway. So then we go back to the topic. I told the authorities, they did nothing. Okay. So we add text. For me, I like adding. It's also worth noting that these crowns here are paid versions of the application. So if it's got a crown beside it, then it's a paid version. But for me, I'm just going to add Francois 1. I really like that text for some reason. And we're going to add text, and then we'll just put I told. I do like to add capitals. It adds boldness. I told the authorities, and we'll just move that. Please feel free to follow it and rewind back all what we're doing here. So we'll move that like so. We'll center align it, put it into the center, and we'll just move this like so, and put it up there, and then we'll add more text. And I usually like to split it up, especially when there's a point to be made. So we just check the size of that, which is 44, and we'll move that down to 44. It's always good to keep the normal text the same. So I do that. They did. And I always like to accentuate that point, and I think that the point for this blog post was that they did nothing. So put nothing and big. Oh, put nothing and big and bold, just to accentuate that a bit. If you look up here, and here's a really smart bit. I mean, that in itself looks a bit strange, doesn't it? It doesn't actually go with anything. So what we're going to do is we're going to zoom in, and we're going to no, actually we're not going to do that. We're going to hit on nothing, and then we're going to hit that, which is a dropper. And if you see, I'm only hovering that is actually going over everything here. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit the purple. That is my theme. We're not going to stop there, because we're going to drop, and we're going to move in a bit. We're going to drop that. Sorry, wrong one. So I'll hit that, and then we're going to hit on this, and we're going to zoom in a bit, and hit on this. Oh, wrong one. I did it again. Dropper. Sorry. This is... Right. We'll hit that. And then if you see this sort of grey there, once it gets the grey, there we go. And that is the grey that I wanted. And we'll put that as the grey too. Now obviously that still looks a little bit weird, if I'm honest. So we won't just keep it at that. We'll play around with it a bit to make it in line with her. Because as I say, you know, nothing's perfect. We could put that there. Put that there. And maybe we could accentuate this wording as well. So we'll put that like so. And that might come in line with that. And if all else fails, because that's a strange picture, I might as well put another geometric shape on it and see how that works. See how that works out. Please, if you're not following this or if you have no idea what I'm doing, please feel free to ask in the questions section. So I'm going to move this rectangle at the bottom so the text is on top of that triangle, of that black bit. And we'll put the fade. Maybe if that's white actually. What happens if that's white? Let's see if that's white. This is what happens when it's white. Let's give it the colour of her face. There we go. That's a bit better, isn't it? We have... That's a bit better, isn't it? And we have this. Oh, come on, fade part. There we go. Let's keep that there. And maybe this one we could move it to the white as well, just to keep it in line with the theme. Just make it the colour of her face again. And let's see, what colour was that? 79%. So we'll make this 79%. 9%. And maybe what we'll do, maybe what we'll do is move this up to the top of the page and have this all in line with the top. Like so. And have that bit over like so. And maybe get that a bit in the middle a bit more. And that's a bit better. As you can see, it's not perfect because the picture's not perfect, but I like having the same picture as my blog post. And that's it. So for now, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to save this. So I'm going to hit save. I actually like to make it the largest size with the highest resolution, so it's a quite nice picture. And I hit save to my computer. Oh, actually, first of all, I like to name it. So we'll name it I Told About Authorities. Ooh, would be better. Yep. I Told About Authorities. They did nothing. And we'll save that. And it should come up. And now you see with the logo where that is. And we'll save that there. And that is my pin saved. So now I tend to do 2 or 3 at a time, so I usually keep this tab open and I'll come back here. And for this, I'll go underneath here and I will add media and I'll upload files and I'll go straight to my logo part and put I told the authorities they did nothing. Alternate text, I told the authorities they did nothing. And make sure that my display settings is full size. I always like a full size blogging post in there because it always posts the full size. So anyway, here's my, so it looks a bit, I mean, why would I have that at the bottom there? Well, actually this is the fancy thing right here. Is I'm going to hit text, and then before the image class I'm going to put div style equals display colon none semicolon exclamation mark close brackets, and then at the end there slash div. Now pay attention to what I did there. Open brackets, div space style equals speech marks display colon none semicolon speech marks close bracket, and at the end open bracket slash forward slash div close bracket. And what that will do, make sure you take a note, so I'll keep this on here right now for you to look, so I keep it on here. Okay, hopefully you've taken note of that, and then if you go to visual you see that it absolutely is not displayed on your post whatsoever. It's lovely. This hopefully will work. So if you hit update, for me that's update, might take a little while depending what your website is like, and then I hit view post, and you will see that all the word in there, there is absolutely nothing underneath there. But the beauty of it is you hit your little Pinterest thing here, your little save. I'll show you how to get that later, and you will see it. There it is. I told the authorities they did nothing. If you see that, there's our pin, and we just save that and we save it to the relationship blogger. Boom. Success. And there we go. That is your first pin. Alright. Thank you very much. And on to the next section.